welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go from Ford Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. Number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Here's Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. This will be returnable from his own 15. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly helped him achieve that goal. Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and They were able to make the completion.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Bears offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Swift. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Pass complete, Luther Burden. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, Chicago.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and 11. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Johnson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Moore going in motion. On second down, it's Williams. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He's got his big tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. His kick is good, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Khalif Raymond to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. 3rd down coming up. third down, it's Williams from the gun. He's going to air this one out, and that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
And we're seeing this all across the league, Mike. These running backs now, they're being used more and more in the passing game, but it's the downfield passing game we don't really see all of them have the ability to do. But in this case, it's a great route, good ball placement, just didn't quite play the ball right downfield, and it's probably a ball he should have caught.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. On play action, Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll work his way down inside the 40. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Patrick motioning here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. LeBear's offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Swift. There goes Swift, 1st down and more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Bears 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. It just, he never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. On the run, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier, because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Bears in possession, here to start the 2nd quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Now a toss left side for Johnson. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
This one taken in by Odunze. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Raymond now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll go play action with Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Detroit.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. And even 30 yards.
Simply put, you just have to be more disciplined along the back end, Mike, especially when you're playing against a quarterback like this. I mean, his ability to identify mismatches so quickly and then target them with the ball, you've got to take away that space, change up your looks, and as a result now, they're going to test your red zone defense.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown.
Let's get this point.
Get 3 points on the board.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So, as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Detroit.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the 1st down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Williams now to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. It's a gain of 34.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It is 2nd and 6. Here's Johnson. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down and 9. Moore going in motion. On 3rd down, it's Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kyle Manunga. Touchdown, Chicago.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Raymond now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9. Second and inches. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They run with the former Bear, David Montgomery. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 3. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 33, here's second down and 5. To throw is Goff. That's to the running back, David Montgomery. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Here's Gibbs, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
On second down, Goff. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Laporta in motion. Throwing here on third and goal. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Amon-Ra, safe ground. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's gonna look for the home run ball. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will go up by 7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Raymond now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. The Lions call their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal it is a 1st down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's Goff. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, Goff. He's caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. There is a marker down. He is past the 25-yard line, but let's see what the flag is about. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Ruben Hippolyte there for the tackle. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Goff in the pistol. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is caught, and he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will tie this game at 24. Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Chicago.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now it's Johnson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Zach Cunningham, the linebacker, on the tackle. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On the move left. He runs with it. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Escaping to his left. And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears will go up by 7. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Raymond now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Goff to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that should have been a big one. There's no excuse to drop a ball like that. A sure-handed receiver that's this good. I'm not sure if he just didn't track it. I'm not sure if he lost sight of it for a split second, but when you get open downfield at this level, that's got to be a big play.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Williams. He'll step up and run this. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On the zone read, here's Johnson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Working free downfield, it is Williams. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time. It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Goff. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Brady Jarrett in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will cut the lead down to 4.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So, after his field goal, Bates backed out to kick this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Scrambling to his left. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A pass taken in by Johnson. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. And another 1st down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Raymond now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Shotgun. It's Goff. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. From the gun, it's Goff. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On the ground, this is Craig Reynolds. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Detroit.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
2nd and 10. Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Now, Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Goff in the pistol. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go, coming up with 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. That'll be caught by the running back, Reynolds.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call. But great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Alim McNeil in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he's going to manage to get this out of harm's way and bring it up to the 5-yard line. Good gain of 4. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Raymond going to return it. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Williams in motion. A second down throw for Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Goff to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Gervon Dexter getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Throwing on second down, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Throwing now on third and long. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Detroit.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal is not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
The Lions called their first timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
Look, sometimes, Mike, there's just nothing you can do. They went with the draw. Not a terrible time to do it. The defense just had a great read on the play, and they're able to take them down for a loss.
Here we go. This is 4th down. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And we're at the stage in this contest where possessions become extremely limited, so I don't blame them for going for it. But if they lose this game, this is going to be one of those play calls I think they wanted to have back.
In motion, it's Odunze. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's going to be taken down at the 17-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout to get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.